Hello, how are you?
I'm good. So,
Alright, so yeah, for like I was saying, congratulations on your 600 plus subscribers, dude. That's amazing. You've
yeah,
grown real
thank you.
fast.
Yeah.
700 degree really helps with that.
It's been crazy, but anyway, I wanted to talk to you about your thoughts on the latest update for
Oh, alrighty. Well, I am so happy with this new update. I love how they made everything easier to evolve.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be like 100.
A
It used to
million
be
for Darkwing.
1 million.
What were they thinking? It's not even like that.
Remotely possible, and you only get 3,000 each round.
Yeah.
For the people that did grind it out, like
if you really try hard though, like in the what is it, the Master Summoner, you can get like 6,000, but like you have to like close and open. It's just a pain, you know.
and if you really wanted to do that, it's gonna even then. That's unreasonable. But the people who actually grinded that out and actually got it,
Oh my god, jeez, like, cause some people did it legit, like without an auto clicker. I can't imagine how.
I literally on Apple, I don't have an auto clicker, so it was really hard for me to like want to continue.
We don't have auto clickers. We just have to do it manually.
Yep. But what I love about this update is its evolution. It's basically an evolution update, which is amazing because I've been wanting an evolution update. I wanted more evolutions, and I was thinking like, oh, add more for like the slimes, have all the slimes have an evolution, or something like that. But they went, nah, let's do elemental evolution, in which everything elemental-wise can be evolved in a certain way, which makes it way cooler. And what's especially amazing about this is it now lets us know that there is going to be an update coming whenever for an electric type.
And then for fire types.
Game mode. So they already have fire type.
You can get the whatever, I don't know what they're called, the evolution gems, I guess, for fire, but they actually can't give you anything. It's just ice for now. But I think they're probably gonna do, the fire elementals next.
Yeah. So what I found is that you can, like, there's a fire trials, there's a ice trials, and then there's going to be an electric trials because they've added the electric stone.
Yeah.
Which is amazing because now it shows that there's going to be a lot more stuff for challenges in which you're going to want to buy that energy instead of just getting blue stones, because blue stones can be really annoying.
Yeah.
And take so long. Now you're able to actually fight like legitimate waves and like use these elemental things that you haven't really used before.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good thing because a lot of the evolutions before, they they didn't really have a point besides just doing like more damages. Now it's like, if you evolve them, they're actually viable strategies where you include these characters. Like before, there was no use really for them. There was no strategy.
Yeah, literally now it's evolutions is actually has a purpose, because with maxed Teddy evolution, well, I don't have it maxed level wise, but at the attack bonus is 24,000%.
Yeah, it's kind of,
which is insane and makes you want to use that more. And with that's not even with the evolution. The evolution brings on so much more to it. And if I look into evolutions right now and I say like I want to evolve this one, it'll upgrade it to be like do so much more damage. And in general, before it used to be okay to like upgrade like Slimy, and that was like
Slimy was like the only one where it's like, okay, fine, it's cheap enough where you can upgrade, and it's,
and it was everyone's first, because like it's like by the time it's done you already have it, you're ready to
I just was like, I'm not farming for more. That was too much.
And then it was OP. Like, at the time, when you were, like, mid-game, it was OP. But afterwards, like, the only evolution one that you would ever use is Darkwing, and even then, some people don't even use them. But what I found truly awesome about this update is how not only are these evolution monsters are going to be good, but it gives those new evolutions a bigger purpose in using them for each certain trial. So like whenever the electric trial comes out, that's what I'm going to call it. The electric trial comes out. Those electric monsters are going to be essential to get into and beat the
Ice Queen's Tempest. Oh yeah, that's true.
Because
so maybe they're just saving the Ice Queen's Tempest to be beat by like electric monsters, evolved electric monsters.
Because that's the only thing that does damage to those ice fairies, and the biggest thing that is really difficult is not having an electric type that can like attack from really far away.
Like enough, element in terms of lightning elemental.
Personally, I think Felina should be chosen to be an electric type damaging.
Felina's already like broken enough as is, but I feel like the ice fairies themselves should be nerfed. They should not have that much health or freeze for that long, because it's for all the newer players, they're gonna try it and then they're gonna be like, why am I not winning? They're just gonna keep going.
Even bigger people can barely win.
Yeah, that's true too.
And I know that Felina's already broken as it is. Like you said, Felina is super broken, but maybe this would be a chance for them to bring in new monster electric type because
like electric
if you were able
map wide variants that just like did damage to everything but also did like electric damage or something like that.
Yeah, what would be cool would be like maybe something that causes like a thunderstorm or something like that, where it's like a big splash damage. Like it could be a consistent splash damage.
Involves lightning or something. I don't know.
Because we have the electric archangel, which I forget is the name at the moment.
Amiel.
But even though that's technically a far-reaching one, because the pixies move so fast and it's already just so slow for it to be able to attack, half the time it misses. And even then, it takes so long for it to charge up again that we need a new electric type or make Felina the most broken thing in the game.
Make Felina even better.
What also I find is interesting is, even though it's an evolution update, they didn't really change anything about grinding out normal evolution stones.
Well, I would say since they reduced the cost, like, it's a lot faster now.
But it's still tedious and to a point where the people that really want it, I feel like for me, even though I found out that it's way easier to get it, it's still a pain to go through the early trials and to sit for so long, especially for the people that don't want to buy anything like me for the double time speed.
Yeah, without the double time, I just feel like it'd be, it's so boring. But like also I feel like, so the Master Summoner is closer to being like, I guess, not as grindy, since they reduced the cost, but like I feel like the ice ones and the future evolutions, they should definitely change it so that like instead of having to grind up 25,000, which just takes forever since you only get like 5 per round on the Ice Queen's Tempest.
Yeah,
they should like make it so that maybe you get like plus 50 or something, or maybe better yet, like they should make it easier, and it's like when you beat it you get an iced evolution. Like I think that would be cool.
Yeah, I think that'd be awesome too. I also feel like that. I think what would make everything a little bit easier for all the elemental ones is that normal damage should count no matter what.
Should count no matter what.
And
well, then what would be the point
basically,
of like elemental damage?
So elemental damage would do so much more.
Okay, so you're saying like instead of like 1.5 times the amount, it'd be like triple or something like that?
Something like that, you could, because it's already hard enough, but like that could make it possible where you don't have to break Felina if you were allowed to have her do normal damage.
So I think that's fair. Or actually, normal damage does count. It just doesn't affect the ice fairies. That's the problem.
Exactly. What I also find would be really cool is bringing back like the totems. Because I think there could be a whole thing with the totems of where you could have different trials in which, like, say for the Speedy one, Speedy makes your monster faster. So make a trial where it's just a couple of waves and it's all the fastest monsters.
Yeah.
Like there's wolves that are fast.
There'd be like one with like a lot of health or like something like that.
Because like in the second map, the Rage Fist Chieftain. You have it where, especially like wave 1, it can be so difficult to not wave 1, but like the first stage with the Wolf Rider, it becomes very difficult because they're so fast that some of your beefy guys can't even hit them. Mm-hmm. And so there's already a bunch of aspects of speed in the game that would make it so cool And you could also have it where there's the mobs that slow stuff down in that. And then for Mighty, you could have a whole thing where it's like
They have a lot of.
you have a lot of health, they can break rocks really easily, stuff like that. And then what I think would be interesting, because like oh crap, what's it called? Where are you? Here we are, Sluggy. Sluggy can sometimes be overlooked, especially by me. I overlook Sluggy. There's just a lot of monsters that just stun that I've noticed. And if we could focus on stun, that would be cool. And bring that aspect, and maybe that would bring in another aspect into the game.
Permastallers would kind of win that by default, though. But yeah.
Permastallers could win that by default.
Because the thing is,
but
they have the highest damage and they have the highest attack speed. And, I mean, it's permanent. So, like, what could you really do?
Mm-hmm. That maybe they could bring in an aspect that would get rid of permastall. Even though
get rid of Speedy if you're doing the trials, just like make them all stun and just like remove every other monster that can't stun.
Or you can make the trial where, for the totems, you can only use that totem. Out of all 3 of them, that you only use one of the totems.
Okay. So yeah, I think that's an interesting mechanic. I think they should use that, like restricting certain towers.
I think that'd be super cool. And either way, I think that this evolution update brings a lot to the table.
Yeah.
I think it brings in a lot of new stuff that can be considered really good. And it also gives us the hint that there is more to come, which will be amazing, especially because they have to add the fire elementals.
Fire and lightning. Super quick last thing, just any buffs or nerfs you want to see in the future?
Buffs, nerfs, even though I love permastall, kind of cheating.
I do
like to see that from behind.
It makes Joint Revenge Nightmare, I guess, too easy.
And another thing that I would like to see that would be amazing to bring to the game.
Okay, well, I'll tell you mine.
Honestly,
what I'm thinking.
I couldn't tell.
Okay, well,
go ahead.
So mine would be probably to buff Cronus, just because I think like I would make him be cheap because I think he'd be a lot better that way. And right now he's unfortunately just reduced to stalling. And then the other thing, another nerf I guess I'd want to see is probably to nerf. I don't know if I'd nerf anything. I guess nerf the ice spirits, but that's about it. All right, thanks you for your time. Unless you want to add anything else, or
let's just say this game has so much potential and it's already been doing so great. And as long as they keep updating it, they'll keep bringing people.
I hope they keep updating. I hope they don't stop, because
once it stops, it's gonna die off. I feel like.
All right.
Have a good one. Yep. Thank you so much for having me. It means a lot.
And
have a good one.
See you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.